What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Friday, January 7th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments section who is your favorite and least favorite of my contenders for today's slate. And finally, shout out to No House Advantage for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up to get up to $25 on your first deposit. Now we're rounding out the bottom of my top 10 with Scotty Barnes, Gary Trent, Chris Middleton, Rudy Gay, and James Harden on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. In first at number 5, we're going to Jusuf Nurkic. Now, he is center eligible, obviously, but just 6K, projected for 43. And the goal is 40.5. He's in the optimal lineup 27% of the time. If he had more than center eligibility, look out here. I gave him 32 minutes. Seems pretty reasonable. No Larry Nance in this one. 1.34 fantasy points per minute. Oh, by the way, no Damian Lillard, no CJ McCollum either. 17 points, 12 boards, 5 assists, and 2 stocks. It's a slight pace down spot against Cleveland. That doesn't really matter to me. Jusuf Nurkic is exceptional when those guys are off the floor. He's going to have to play a ton of minutes. They just don't have the bigs to try to be able to do anything else. Just play a lot of Jusuf Nurkic. The only thing that is limiting you is the fact that he's only center eligible. In at number 4, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo, small forward, power forward eligible, 11,700, projected for 65. The goal is 65, and he is in the optimal lineup 30% of the time. I gave him 36 minutes, no Drew Holiday, no Pat Connaughton, no Dante DiVincenzo, no George Hill. I'm sure I'm missing somebody else. 1.8 fantasy points per minute for Giannis in this matchup. 33.5 real points, 13 rebounds, 7.5 assists, and 2.5 stocks. It's a pace-up spot against Brooklyn. Don't just quote Brooklyn's defensive ranking here. This is, at best, an average defense. Matchup looks incredible for Giannis with no Drew here. He's just going to have to do everything. The raw point ceiling doesn't get much higher than Giannis today. At number 3, we're going Jordan Clarkson. There's like half of the Jazz are questionable or already out today, so we don't really know what this is going to look like. But if Jordan Clarkson is in, point guard, shooting guard eligible, 5,200, projected for 36. The goal's 37. He's in the optimal lineup 40% of the time. I gave him 34 minutes. He's like a 1.1 fantasy point per minute guy when Mitchell and the rest of these guys are off the floor. 30% usage, 23 points, 5 boards, 4 assists, maybe a steal. Pace neutral, doesn't matter for Toronto. Look, Jordan Clarkson is priced as if he's going to be the backup like he normally is. He's not. He's going to play like 10 more minutes than you normally expect him to play. An incredible play. Look at the difference here. Harden at 20% optimal gets you to 6th. You jump to Nurkic at 27%, just center eligible, so that should be even higher. Giannis to 30, Clarkson to 40. We have a very different tier at the top today. Also in at 40% optimal is Bobby Portis. He is power forward center eligible, 5,700, projected for 39. The goal is 39. He is in the optimal lineup 40% of the time. I gave Portis 32 minutes because of all of the guys that are out here for the Bucks. 1.23 fantasy points per minute, 20 points, 10 boards, 2 assists, a steal, and a block. Again, that same pace up spot against Brooklyn. You just got to get a bit of Milwaukee here. They've got a lot of minutes to go around, and you know Bobby Portis has no problem filling up the stat sheet. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, one last reminder to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. Let me know in the comments who your favorite plays are. And then finally, one last shout out to No House Advantage, the presenting sponsor of this video. This one's really easy. The number 1 contender for today is on a completely different tier than everybody else. That's Jalen Brunson. Point guard, shooting guard eligible, 5,300. He's projected for 43, and the goal is 38. He's in the optimal lineup 65% of the time. He's one of the safest plays of the day. He's like a 1.2 fantasy point per minute guy. Gonna play 36 minutes. No Luka. At least it's looking like no Luka. Definitely no Kristaps Porzingis. 28% usage, 24 points, 8 assists, 4.5 boards, and a steal in a massive pace-up spot against a terrible Houston team. Every single box gets checked off for Jalen Brunson today, including the fact that his price has already come back down to the time, like to where it normally is. Now he becomes a completely different player with no Luka. You have to play him. He's the first guy into every single cash lineup. And honestly, I'll probably have close to 100% tonight. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on FanDuel for Friday, January 7th. DraftKings and Yahoo versions of this video are around here somewhere. Check it out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win that money. We're back again Monday morning for another edition of the Contenders.